This is our latest Cheetah 11.2 metre by 3.7, built in Portugal and being launched at Nazaré. Keel bands there, they protect the hull on the trailer, and the yellow HDPE pipe protects the tunnel section in the middle. So we fitted this boat with a pair of the new Honda V6 engines. They're fly-by-wire controls. Here we go, here's some surfers getting ready to go out to surf the big wave, which is where we'll be going in a minute. And that's the trailer, aluminium with a pair of axles rated at 8,000 kilos each. So the controls on this boat make it super easy to manoeuvre. It will do turn in its own length. We've got hydraulic steering system from Seastar, a pair of tournament rams, bullhorns front mounted with a hydraulic tie bar, and a power steering pump. So the mix of that and the new Honda drive-by-wire controls make it super easy. Looking from above, that's a good view to see the big deck space, and particularly the chute out the back. That's flush to a dive ladder, so really useful for diving or paddleboarding or kayak trips, which is what this boat's designed for. The roof section is structural and solid. It's a wing section which gives us a little bit of extra lift. Access is by the ladder in the middle of the boat from that back seat, and great for fish spotting or when you're anchored and safe to do so. Good for diving off of those side roof winglets. Just putting the boat alongside the pontoon now. It's a good angle. You can see how the roof section works just above that windscreen there. The air goes through that above your head, keeps you dry, keeps you out the wind, but it gives the boat a little bit of lift, and it keeps the cab cool. So really good design for warm or hot climates. So we're heading out to see the big wave now at Praia de Nor, Nazaré. This hull will cruise nicely at 18 to 20 knots, 3,500 revs or less, and around 20 litres an hour per engine. So around 2 litres per mile, which is super economic for an 11 metre catamaran. We've fitted on this one. This one now has the new forward spray rail, one port, one starboard, just below the main chine. Extends around about 2 metres from the bow aft, and it's made this hull super dry. So it's a very, very soft riding hull anyway, and the extra spray rail has just made it even drier. So we're really pleased with this hull and how it's performing. Very solid in the water, very stiff. You can turn at high RPM and the boat stays completely level on the turn. This is our 8.5 open centre console, powered by a pair of Yamaha 80 horsepower 1.8 litre engines. This boat is used for seaweed diving off the coast of Portugal. And you can see in this shot, as it comes round, you can see how that wave starts to pick up in the front shot there. Back onto the 11.2. So this boat has a top speed of 37 knots at around about 5,500 RPM. We have a pair of 17-inch stainless steel propellers. Fairly high rake, a little bit of cupping on the propellers, gives us bow lift and suits this boat perfectly. So we're just running out now, just running along, and then we'll turn slightly into the wave, then a little bit of throttle. Super soft ride. This hull's very soft, very dry. Then we'll turn and we'll start running back towards Nazaré in the harbour, ready to put the boat back on the trailer. So just lining up for the trailer, take it fairly slowly. The trailer has a guide system on the back of the trailer which guides the bows onto the boat. So once you're lined up, it will line itself up as you power up the trailer. So we're coming in gently now. I'm just going to give it a little bit more throttle in a minute, a little bit of trim on the engines, a little bit more throttle as the weight comes onto the trailer, and that takes the boat straight up to the headboard. And at this point, keep the power on the engines, but get the safety rope on. Once that safety rope's on, then you can put the winch on. And if you need to winch the boat up on the trailer a little bit, you can use a little bit of engine power and winch at the same time, which just puts the boat perfectly in position.